We may not be playing for a championship here today, but this game does have the feelings of a championship rematch, and that's exactly what this is, as we are live here at Mustang Stadium for the PIAA District 3 1A Field Hockey 5th place game between the two Perry County rivalries, West Perry Mustangs and the Newport Buffaloes. Hello everyone watching on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wolf, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics. Potentially our last broadcast of the fall sports season, and for 5th place. These two teams met in the Perry County Championship game at the very beginning of the year, and for the second straight year, the Mustangs and the Buffaloes meet in the District 3 playoffs. These two teams met last year in a 3rd place game, but today is all about positioning in the PIAA state playoffs. Both teams have already secured their spot in the PIAA 1A Field Hockey Championships, and we'll find out who they will face after today. We are going to send it over to our public address announcer, Brent Anderson, to get us started here at Mustang Stadium. And it seems like we might actually have a nice substitution here for the Mustangs. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll get ready to roll here. West Perry versus Newport. Live here on the West Perry Athletic Park YouTube channel. A little bit of a cold morning, not as bad as the football game last night. But here we go with Brent Anderson to get us started here tonight with our starting lineups.
Good morning. We welcome you to scenic Mustang Stadium for today's 2023 District 3 Class 1A 5th place game. The 8 seed Newport Buffaloes versus the 2 seed West Perry Mustangs. Today's assigned PIAA officials are Barbara Mito, Stephanie Dressler, and Heath Myers. And now let's introduce today's starting lineups. First, they represent the Tri-Valley League and enter with a record of 16-3-1. Let's meet Newport. Head coach Lori Zaring, assistant coaches Alicia Rose, Lisa Good, Mary Jane Lute, Arlene Rice, Corey Ziegler, and Ashlyn Smith. Here is the starting lineup for the Buffaloes. Playing forward, number 22, Addison Gear. Playing midfield, number 2, Leah Stuck. Playing midfield, number 19, Corey May Reesinger. Playing midfield, number 1, Adeline Smith. Playing midfield, number 23, McKenna Buffington. Playing midfield, number 15, Faith Livelsberger. Playing midfield, number 7, Pacey Smith-Robbins. Playing defense, number 18, Delaney Green. Playing defense, number 8, Kyla Conrad. Playing defense, number 20, Lillian Plank. And starting in goal, number 51, Grayson Shutt. The Buffaloes of Newport. Now, they represent the Mid-Penn Conference and enter with a record of 19-2. Let's meet West Perry. Head coach Wendy Byers, assistant coaches Ashley Miller and Allison Quigg. Here is the starting lineup for the Mustangs. She plays mid. She wears number 2, Jordan Byers. She plays mid. She wears number 3, Maddie Bell. Playing forward, number 10, Emma Stump. She plays forward. She wears number 5, Lauren Foster. Playing mid, number 6, Shay Dyer. Playing back, number 15, Addie Brandt. Playing back, wearing number 17, Carla Campbell. She plays back, she wears number 22, Zoe Steffi. Playing mid, number 20,
27, Autumn Albright. She plays mid. She wears number 29, Molly Zimmerman. And starting in goal, number 43, Marty Morrison.
And we are set. We are ready to go for PIAA District 3 1A 5th place game. The Newport Buffaloes and the West Prairie Mustangs. These two teams made it here thanks to a big win in the consolation semifinals. The West Prairie Mustangs were here at home against Eastern Lebanon County, and the Mustangs dominated against the number 3 seed Eastern Lebanon County Raiders by a score of 3-0. While the Newport Buffaloes had a little bit of a tougher game, but the Newport Buffaloes winning a thriller at Susquehanna High School this past Wednesday, as the Newport Buffaloes beat Annfield Cleona by a score of 3-2. That game was tied for most of the game until the final minutes of the fourth quarter, when Newport's Addison Gear scored the game winner. And that is the key player to keep an eye on for the Newport Buffaloes. Addison Gear, in total, has 41 goals this season for the Buffaloes. Addison Gear, it leads the Tri-Valley League with 15 goals and 35 points in Tri-Valley League action. Grayson Shutt is one of the better goalkeepers in all of District 3. Grayson Shutt for Newport has only given up 4 goals this season. And she has an 88.57 save percentage. Both of those stats are on top of the Tri-Valley League. All told, Grayson Shutt has 79 saves so far. These two teams met in a District 3 third place game a year ago when the Mustangs won 2-1 here at Mustang Stadium. And the last time these two teams met was earlier this season in the Perry County Championship game, when the Mustangs dominated to a 6-1 victory. Addison Gear had the 1 goal for Newport, but Molly Zimmerman was the star of that game. She had 2 goals against Newport in the Pico Championship, and 1 goal each for Jordan Byers, Madison Bell, Lauren Foster, and Shay Dyer. As we are underway here at Mustang Stadium, over here to Emma Stump. Emma Stump is getting a start here tonight, her first start of the season. And we are ready to go. Game time temperature here at Mustang Stadium, a little bit on the more comfortable side on early November morning. It is currently sitting at 45 degrees. Expect to get warmer as the day goes on. I think high temperature is supposed to be like 60 today, so not too shabby for the last day of daylight savings time. Hope everyone enjoys that extra hour of sleep tonight. And here we go. Here now to Molly Sermon. She's got to be a big player to keep an eye on for the Mustangs. And as well as 2 other girls, we have 3 Division I athletes on this West Perry team right now. You got the senior Molly Sermon. She's going to be a Villanova Wildcat next season. And 2 juniors, Jordan Byers and Autumn Albright, each going to the Big Ten. Jordan Byers is going to be playing for the University of Iowa in 2 years. Currently one of the best teams in the NCAA right now. And Autumn Albright is going to be a Penn State Nittany Lion in 2 years. So a very exciting year for the Mustangs. That's why it comes to this game, 19-2 overall. Their first loss was in the regular season finale against a tough Lower Dauphin team. Lower Dauphin are defending 3A state champions, being the Mustangs here at Mustang Stadium just a couple of weeks ago. And of course, in the quarterfinals, Susquehanna coming to Mustang Stadium, upsetting the number 2 seed West Prairie Mustangs in a thrilling double overtime game here at Mustang Stadium. And Susquehanna is they are at Landis Field right now, playing in a District 3 championship game. Susquehanna has gone hot at the right time. Susquehanna is facing Ole Folly right now. We're hoping to get some updates from that championship game as soon as we can get them. So here's Molly Sermon going for Jordan Byers down the middle. Kyla Conrad able to stop. And this is going to be for Corniche Dyer, and a foul on the Mustangs. Newport possession. Expecting a big defensive game here today. And this Newport team has definitely gotten better. They finished in second place in the Tri-Valley League standings, only behind the Susquehanna Blackhawks, who won the Tri-Valley League championship this year with only 1 loss. That 1 loss for Susquehanna was against Newport. And now we're going to have our first corner of the game, and it's going to be for the Mustangs.
West Perry corner.
Newport comes to this game 16 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. They lost to Susquehanna once. And they lost to the Mustangs in the Perry County Championship. And Newport lost to Ole Folly back in the quarterfinals. And Jordan Byers with the corner, and deflection, that will go in! It got deflected there a little bit. I don't think Jordan Byers is going to. It actually is going to be Jordan Byers. And Jordan Byers gets the opening goal here early in this 5th place game. Not much is on the line here today for both of these teams because they're both already qualified for the state championship playoffs. I'll tell you, we do know the opponents of both of these teams. As soon as we get this result, the winner of this game will hit the road down towards Philadelphia to take on the District 1 champion Pope John Paul II. And the loser of this game has a little bit of a closer trip. The loser of this game goes up to District 4, where they'll take on the District 4 champion Lewisburg. Lewisburg, right up there where Bucknell University is, so it's a little bit of a shorter trip. But either way, both these teams are going to be facing a district champion in the first round of the PIAA State Playoffs. The craziest thing for Perry County Field Hockey this year is for Susquehanna. They're already in a championship game, and win or lose today against Ole Folly, Susquehanna is going to be hosting a first-round playoff game in the state championships. So here we go, down the field here for Addison Gear. Again, Gear is going to be the big player to keep an eye on. She scored the 1 goal against West Perry back in the Perry County Championship game. That was early in the second quarter. Made it 2-1 at the time. And Autumn Albright unable to keep that ball, and it will be Newport possession. Once again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics, here for the 5th place game in Field Hockey District 3 1A. Of course, both of these teams would much rather be at Landis Field at Central Dauphin right now, going for a championship, but this has the makings of a championship caliber game. As these two teams met in the Perry County Championship game earlier this season. Long run here for Emma Stump. Stump is going to have an opportunity. This got a woman down the middle there. That was Shay Dyer. And that ball gets cleared out all the way over to Gear. And Autumn Albright once again getting right to Gear. Shay Dyer over to Emma Stump. And Emma Stump looking for a cross, looking for Lauren Foster, and there's got to be a foul before the pass is made. And it'll be Newport possession. 1-0 early here for the West Prairie Mustangs. 1 goal for Jordan Byers off a corner. In the consolation semifinal against Eastern Lebanon County, West Prairie Mustangs had 17 corners, and only one of them went in for a goal. It was an offensive explosion for the Mustangs. Eastern Lebanon County didn't even have a shot in that game against the Mustangs earlier this week. Currently in the 7th place game. Actually happened earlier today. Don't have a final result yet from the 7th place game, where it's win or go home. Last spot of the PIAA State Playoffs online for District 3. Anfield Cleona on the road at Eastern Lebanon County for the 7th place game. That game started at 10 this morning, so I don't know if there's been a result of that posted just yet. But we'll find out as soon as they come along. And of course, we're going to be keeping an eye on the championship game happening right now. Start at the same time as we did here. So we'll keep a close eye on Ole Fale against Susquehanna in the championship game. Pass back here to Molly Sermon, future Villanova Wildcat, going down the field here for Lauren Foster. And actually, there's a pass to Lauren Foster down the middle. That was Madison Bell up there on the right side. And going for 3rd place today in the District 3 playoffs, we got Bishop McDevitt at home against Boiling Springs. Boiling Springs got upset by the Susquehanna Blackhawks in the semifinals. A 2-0 win for Susquehanna against the defending 1A state champions. Ole Fale, this is the 3rd consecutive year that they made it to the district championship game. They won it 2 years ago and then losing it a year ago to Boiling Springs. Foul call here on the Buffaloes. Nice big crowd here tonight for West Prairie Field Hockey and Newport Perry County rivalry, a local rivalry. There goes a long ball. Emma Stump get taken away by Kyla Conrad. And a foul called on Lauren Foster. And it's going to be Newport possession. Already more than halfway through the first quarter. 1-0 lead here for the Mustangs, thanks to an early goal from the future Iowa Hawkeye, Jordan Byers. And nice block there for Jordan Byers. Finds Lauren Foster. Down the middle for Shay Dyer. And Dyer taken away. Intercepted by Kylie Hall. That was Leia Stuck, actually. My bad. And Newport possession again. Newport still looking for their first shot of the game. There's no doubt in my mind that the West Prairie Mustangs are definitely being more aggressive now. And it's all thanks to Susquehanna, really, because after that loss in the quarterfinals for the Mustangs in the quarterfinals against Susquehanna, like, they have been red hot on the field in this game, and also in the last game especially. Yeah, nice poke check there for Emma Stump. Stump's got room to run. She's got to get inside the 10-yard line, and she's got to get stopped for another corner here for the Mustangs. See if they cash in for the second corner here. And pass down middle for Molly Sermon. Sermon passes it back to Jordan Byers. A little difference in formation, and that goes in for Maddie Bell. Madison Bell right down the middle. This is going to Jordan Byers.
Scored by number 3, Maddie Bell.
Maddie Bell scored a goal against Eastern Lebanon County, and here she does it against Newport, and it's a 2-0 lead early on. There's no doubt in my mind as well that Maddie Bell is going to have an amazing career here at West Perry. She is only a freshman. She's scored numerous goals all season long. And here she makes it 2-0 against a tough Newport team. Maddie Bell also scored a goal against Newport in the Perry County Championship game. That was West Perry's first Perry County Championship since 1999. For 40 years, the Perry County Field Hockey Championship has been going on, and Mustangs finally end the drought that they were in, the longest drought of all Perry County teams in field hockey, winning the Perry County Championship for the first time since 1999. They beat Susquehanna in the semifinals 3-0, and then a 6-1 win against Newport in the championship game. Here's Anna Albright. Pass it back to Zoe Steppe. Zoe Steppe, another freshman starter for the Mustangs. She has been fantastic on defense, even though this West Perry defense really hasn't had to do a whole lot, especially in the game against Eastern Lebanon County. Like, really, that was one of those games where Marty Morrison, the goalkeeper for West Perry, could have just sat down the entire game. I think it might be a little bit different here today, though. But who knows? Could be a runaway for the Mustangs going for 5th place. I mean, these are two teams that rarely face each other, but it's always a big game whenever they do face each other. And that pass intercepted by Zimmerman. Zimmerman looking for a long pass, and a hard shot there from number 7, Pace Smith Robbins. Pacey Smith Robbins, excuse me. And a bad miss there from Maddie Bell. That's got to be a foul. One minute to go, 48 seconds to go exactly here in the first quarter. 2-0 lead early on for the Mustangs. First was Jordan Byers off a corner, and then Maddie Bell doing the same thing off a corner. And so Steppe having trouble, and Pacey Smith Robbins trying to get after her. Foul 15 seconds. The Newport Buffaloes need to do something here to get right back in this game heading into the second quarter. And time is quickly running out. Pacey is going to go for something, and they will not get anything here in this corner, in this quarter, as we got a 2-0 lead for the West Perry Mustangs. After the first 15 minutes, you are watching the PIAA 5th place game, 1A Field Hockey, exclusively on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the second quarter here at Mustang Stadium. We are back here getting set for the second quarter here. 2-0 lead for the West Prairie Mustangs thanks to 2 goals off a corner, one for Jordan Byers and the other one for Madison Bell. We just got a couple scoring updates throughout District 3 1A. In the 7th place game happening right now in the 4th quarter, the Eastern Lebanon County Raiders are leading Anfield Cleona by a score of 3-1. And in the District 3 1A championship game, Atlantis Field and Central Dauphin, it is a scoreless game after the first quarter, 0-0, Ole Fale and Sesquinita. And so here we go, 15 minutes back on the clock for second quarter action. Yeah, the Newport Buffaloes find a way to get back in this game. All right, we want to talk about the 7th place game a little bit because you really have to give Anfield Cleona credit because they were the number 12 seed. They were not expected to make it this far to play on this day with the championship bid on the line in the PIAA state playoffs. And Anfield Cleona, they started the District 3 playoffs with an upset, a dominant upset win, 7-0 against number 5 seed Lancaster Country Day. And I believe they lost to Bishop McDevitt then after that. So here we go, back to the, yep, they did, I thought so. So here we go with the Mustangs, Zoe Steppe. Going down the middle for Autumn Albright. Future Penn State Nittany Lion. The Penn State Nittany Lions somehow ranked 11th in the college football playoffs. I think they should be ranked a little bit higher. But Penn State Nittany Lions football at Maryland today, down at College Park, starting at 3:30 on Fox. Saw a cool picture from the Penn State football Facebook page. They got their big equipment trailer at College Park right now. It's a cool truck. Yeah, I haven't got a chance to see that. Look it up on Facebook. It's pretty cool. Here's Jordan Byers with a shot, and that gets blocked. Blocked by Delaney Green. And now a long pass. This is a good counterattack here for the Buffaloes. But taking right back is Addie Brandt. Addison Brandt, one of the better defenders for the West Prairie Mustangs. And, a very long shot there from Steppe. Trying to get to Addison Bell, or excuse me, to Shay Dyer. And it'll be Newport possession. Looks like that's the number 2. That's Leia Stuck. Foul called here on the Mustangs. Or excuse me, on Newport. On Wednesday, we will be at Newport High School for the 2023 Perry County Competitive Spirit Competition. And you can catch the entire competition live on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Perry County Talk Sports Zone. And we'll be broadcasting that Perry County Competitive Spirit Competition Wednesday night over at Newport High School. That's always a fun time for the Perry County Competitive Spirit Competition. Really the only competition for all 4 cheerleading squads of the year. But it's always a fun time. It's almost like a big dance party, but it's all for the Perry County Championship. And on past Lauren Foster. Foster has room to run, but she's got to get stopped by Stuck. And a foul call on the Buffaloes. Potentially, this is the last broadcast of the fall sports season. I say potentially for a couple reasons. I'll explain. I'll explain why. during the West Play Athletic Park halftime report. It's kind of interesting, too, how the District 3 playoffs is one of the last districts to crown their state placers. Like, all the other districts are already done. They have a little bit of a break. The first round of the state playoffs is Tuesday. And they also had a couple of regionals on top of that. District 1 and District 12 with one of those regionals. And that was won by Pope John Paul II in 1A, the District 1 champion. And the winner of this game will face Pope John Paul II in the first round of the state playoffs. Loser goes to Lewisburg, the District 4 champions. You expect the PIAA State Championship bracket to be announced sometime today or tomorrow. Or maybe Monday. I don't know.
Probably tomorrow.
Yeah, probably tomorrow. There's a long shot for Molly Sarah. It gets deflected, and it's still a live ball here for Emma Stump. And Lauren Foster with a shot, and a good stop for Grayson Shutt. Grayson Shutt, one of the better, actually she is the best goalkeeper in the Tri-Fighting League this year. 83% on saves. Save percentage for Grayson Shutt. And there's got to be a foul on Madison Bell. Lydian Plank will get the call. And Newport was trying to get something, but a nice interception there for Autumn Albright. Coming up on the West Play Athletic Park halftime report, we'll have lots to talk about. West Play football with a big win in the District 3 playoffs last night. Maybe some other scoring updates from around District 3 in field hockey, the championship day today. All three District 3 championship games happening at Landis Field today. Now, I forgot to print out the bracket, so I forget who's all in the championship game other than Ole Folly and Susquehanna. Ooh, there's a big tackle down. Albright doesn't get the call. That's number 26. That's Michaela Caldwell. Now the Buffalo is trying to get something here across, and it's got to be blocked by Molly Serriman. And Serriman's got room to run up front now. She's going to find Maddie Bell. Back to Serriman, and a hard pass goes out of bounds. Halfway through the second quarter, still a 2-0 lead for the Mustangs. Here's Jordan Byers, and Byers gets stopped right away by Green. Delaney Green look for a long pass, taken away by Molly Sermon to find Autumn Albright. Here comes Shay Dyer. Fun fact about me and Shay Dyer, we have the same birthday. And nice cross, and yep. Shay Dyer is a junior. I think she'll be 17 next year, I believe. And I'll be turning the big 3-0 in January. Yippee. And spot a foul, and it's a good one here for the Mustangs right at the 15. And Jordan Byers looking for a quick shot, saved by Shutt. And it will still be West Prairie possession over at the inside the 15-yard line. Shay Dyer looking for somebody. She's got to pass it back to Albright and back to Dyer. Cross, Emma Stump still looking for a shot and deflecting. We're going to have our first corner of the second quarter. Third corner for the Mustangs. And so far, the Mustangs have been perfect on these corners. 2 for 2. Can they make it 3 in a row? We're expecting some late arrivals here in attendance. There's a Veterans Day parade going on right now over in New Bloomfield. And here we go. Autumn Albright, that is Autumn Albright, trying to pass it back to Jordan Byers. And the court does not work that time for the Mustangs. So still 2-0. We just got confirmation from the 7th place game. Eastern Lebanon County rolling to a 5-1 victory. And the number 3 seed, Eastern Lebanon County Raiders, has just qualified for the PIAA State Championships. Congratulations to the Raiders, getting the last spot into the State Championships with a 5-1 victory over Enfield Cleona. And Enfield Cleona finishes the year. Well, good effort, really, for Enfield Cleona. Number 12 seed, didn't even think about making it this far. But they did, and they came up just short of reaching the state championships. Here's a long shot from Autumn Albright, and still live down the middle for Lauren Foster. Molly Bell is going to take a shot right to Shay. She passed it down. And this is still live here for the Mustangs. They're taken away by Bell. And down the middle here for Lauren Foster. And a corner coming up for the Mustangs. All that scrambling around results in a corner for West Perry. 3 minutes to go here before halftime. And pass here to Jordan Byers. Byers, long shot. And that's got to be Newport possession. Foul call on the Mustangs. Good save there for Shutt. And, that's a tough foul, but the Mustangs will take it and try to hurry it up here. Jordan Byers. And this will be Newport possession. Both of these teams made it to the PIAA quarterfinals a year ago. The West Prairie Mustangs beating Northwestern Lehigh in the first round before losing to Wyoming Area, the District 2 champion a year ago, who has always been so dominant in the state championships. Wyoming Area made it to the state championship again a year ago, but they lost to Boiling Springs in a thrilling overtime game, 1-0. Final 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Coming up on the West Prairie Athletic Department halftime report. Lots to talk about. District 3 playoffs roll on. And we have another West Prairie quarter coming up. Big win for West Prairie football last night in District 3 quarterfinals. We'll talk more about that. And what is coming up next? Potentially for West Prairie Broadcasting. I say potentially because it's not solidified yet. But it could be. Very exciting news coming up. All that and more coming up on the West Prairie Athletic Department halftime report in just over a minute. That's down the middle here, And here comes the cross down the middle, looking for Matty Bell. Matty Bell again with a shot. And still high shot, and that will go in for Matty Bell. Matty Bell with her second goal in the final minute.
West Perry goal scored by number 3, Matty Bell.
Madison Bell. What a big game for her. Now her second goal. Madison Bell has not scored a hat trick at all this season, so she'll look to do that here today. But 1 minute to go before halftime, and the Mustangs extend their lead to 3-zip. All right, probably nobody saw that this West Prairie team was going to lose to Susquehanna in the quarterfinals. I bet West Prairie was even surprised by that. But other than that, this is a very hard West Prairie team to beat. Pretty much the only reason why West Prairie lost to Susquehanna was because they went to double overtime. Like, West Prairie has been in one overtime game before that. That was a 1-0 win against Cumberland Valley earlier this season for the Cumberland Valley Championship Tournament. A long pass, and it's got to be taken away by Newport. 5 seconds remaining here, and that will take us to halftime. Here at Mustang Stadium, 3-0. The Mustangs are a half hour away from finishing in 5th place in District 3 playoffs. You are watching the PIAA Single A Field Hockey 5th place game, West Prairie versus Newport, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. We'll be right back in less than a minute for the halftime report here at Mustang Stadium. And we are back here for the West Prairie Athletic Department halftime report. As you can see on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, 3-0 the score at halftime for the West Prairie Mustangs against Newport Buffaloes. 1 goal for Jordan Byers and 2 goals for the freshman Madison Bell. And that is your scoring summary for the first half. We just got another scoring update from the Single A Field Hockey Championship game. Ole Valley has struck first. They lead 1-0 over Susquehanna in the championship game. Ole Valley trying to get back the District 3 championship. They won it 2 years ago, losing a year ago to Bowling Springs. So Ole Valley trying to beat Susquehanna in the championship game happening right now over at Landis Field at Central Dauphin Middle School. And the District 3 playoffs roll on here. Last night, West Prairie football starting the District 3 playoffs in a quarterfinal matchup against Bermudian Springs. And for the most part, it was a very exciting game throughout. The Mustangs, a couple of bad penalties on the Mustangs in the first half. I mean, they were obvious, but they were just bad on the Mustangs last night. That's really what kept Bermudian Springs in the game throughout the entire game. But in the end, the West Prairie Mustangs, with 10 wins this season now, they have set a new Perry County record for most wins in a 2-year span. Before, the 1952 and 1953 Newport Buffaloes had 20 wins in 2 years. And now the Mustangs breaking that record. Last night was their 21st win in the last 2 years. And now the Mustangs beat Bermudian Springs 42-21 last night. A big game for Brad Hockenberry. A couple rushing touchdowns. Jetson Hockenberry Folk had the best game on defense of his entire career. And so West Prairie beats Bermudian Springs 42-21. They advance to the District 3 semifinal, which will be next Friday night at the number 2 seed, Lancaster Catholic Crusaders. Last year, the Mustangs went to Lancaster Catholic in the same situation in the semifinals, and the Mustangs dominated, scoring 63 points against a Lancaster Catholic team that was undefeated. Now, both teams are 9-1 heading into the semifinal. It could be another really good game for the West Prairie Mustangs against the number 2 seed Lancaster Catholic Crusaders. In the Our District 3 semifinals, the number 1 seed Wild Missing, defending District 3 champions, will host the number 4 seed Schuylkill Valley, who beat Littlestown yesterday. So that was the Final Four in District 3 AAA. Happening right now over at Steelton High Spire. The Steelton High Spire Steamrollers in a District 3 1A championship game against the number 2 seed Halifax Wildcats. I can imagine, we don't want to know the score of that game because Halifax is 10-0, while Halifax is like 3-7. So, yeah, we probably don't want to know the score of that game happening right now. But congratulations again to Eastern Lebanon County Raiders beating Anfield Cleona 5-1 to clinch the last spot in the PIAA 1A state championships. And with the win here, the winner of this game will move on to the first round state playoff game on Tuesday, taking on the District 1 champion Pope John Paul II, while the loser of this game goes on the road against the District 4 champion on Tuesday. That will be Lewisburg on Tuesday afternoon, or maybe Tuesday night. Times and locations still yet to be determined, but Pope John Paul faces the winner of this game. Lewisburg faces the loser of this game in the first round of the state playoffs. That's going to wrap up our West Prairie Athletic part of halftime report. 3-0. 1 goal for Jordan Byers, 2 goals for Madison Bell. Again, the Mustangs keep it rolling here for the 5th place game. You are watching the PIAA Field Hockey 1A 5th place game, West Prairie versus Newport, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be right back to get things started in the second half. And we are back here getting set for the second half. Susquehanna losing 1-0 to Ole Valley in the District 3 championship game right now in Class 1A. And here we are for 5th place. Newport, West Prairie, local rivalry. These two teams separated by only like 9 miles from each other. Right down the road, 273. As we are set for the second half. Maddie Bell, the freshman, leading the charge with 2 goals. West Prairie very good on the corner. They only had 3 corners in the first half, and they capitalized on 2 of them. As we are underway here for the second half. It's number 8, Kyla Conrad. Kyla Conrad has possession, and Ball almost intercepted by Shay Dyer, and it's a foul on the Mustangs. Here's Molly Zimmerman. Good handling here, getting the ball away from McKenna Buffington. And Mustangs looking for a pass down the middle, and a baseball-like swing there. That was dangerous right there, but it's going to be Newport possession. Here's Shay Dyer. Pass it back to Autumn Albright. Down the middle to Molly Zimmerman. And Molly Zimmerman once again getting away from Buffington. And Maddie Bell looking for a cross, and it just gets past Molly Zimmerman and finds Jordan Byers instead. Or excuse me, that's Shay Dyer. Shay Dyer looking for somebody, and she finds Autumn Albright again. And Albright's going to look for a cross, trying to keep it in, and he does, but taken away by Kyla Conrad. Good takeaway here again. Long shot gets blocked. And taken by Conrad again. Conrad has been everywhere here.
That championship's at halftime now, 1-0.
I know. Yep, I announced it already. Yep. Championship game is now. Well, maybe now it's just gone to halftime, yeah. The championship game has just hit halftime, so 1-0 lead for Ole Valley over Susquehanna. It was kind of interesting, too, when they announced the score that Ole Valley was winning 1-0. A lot of people here cheered. It's like, hooky cheer against Susquehanna. Like, I know it's easy but being a Perry County referee, but hey, we have somebody from Perry County in the district championship game. How can you root against that? So, apparently. One thing that I thought would be very cool, I remember mentioning this in the Constellation semifinal earlier this week. What if we can get 2 Perry County teams in the state championship game at Cumberland Valley High School? How awesome would that be? I mean, we got 3 teams already qualifying for the state championships. What if we can get 2 of them to the state championship game? That would be amazing for sure. Pretty much every person in Perry County would have to be at this game. It pretty much feels like a home game for both teams. Maybe they'll move it to Mustang Stadium if that happens. Yeah. That's how I always say if the Pittsburgh Steelers and Philadelphia Eagles face each other in the Super Bowl, they would have to move that game to Penn State Beaver Stadium. Yeah. On the Super Bowl, they used to be in college stands before. The very first one was at the Rose Bowl. I don't know.
The very first what?
The very first Super Bowl? Huh?
That was the LA Coliseum.
Oh. I mean, okay. Well, they did have Super Bowl at Rose Bowl before. Yeah. And now it's all about big NFL stands. Right now, though, more close to attendance like Penn State or Michigan are.
I think the closest one is Cowboy Stadium, isn't it? Doesn't that have the largest capacity of any NFL stadium?
Yeah, they get about almost 100,000 people there. Yeah, at least 90,000 at least. I don't know. So here we go, excuse me, the West Bay Mustangs. Penn State Nittany Lions, since we're on the subject, they are at Maryland today with a 3:30 kickoff on Fox. Yeah, Fox 43 here last night for West Prairie football against Bermudian Springs. Didn't see anybody from ABC 27, but I know ABC 27 was talking about us last night.
The camera guy here, they had
Oh, they did? They were just like in disguise or something, I guess. There we go. Good defense stuff for Maddie Bell. Madison Bell having a game of her life right now. She has 2 goals. She is still looking for her first hat trick of her high school career. Man, she has a pretty good chance of doing that here today. Once again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics, here for the PIAA 5th place game in field hockey Class 1A. West Prairie, the number 2 seed, against the number 8 seed, Newport Buffaloes. And we also have to thank a few people who made this broadcast possible, because the District 3 playoffs, if you want to broadcast with a school-based live stream like we're having right now, then you have to pay up. These broadcasts are not free. They cost $100 a game until the championship, which is $250. But we've had some very generous donations from Mustang fans, so we can be able to do this here today. If you'd like to donate, the link is still posted. It'll be open all year round on the GoFundMe page. That will be on Facebook, facebook.com/WP Golden Pipes, the official Facebook page of the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. GoFundMe page. Right now we're at $650. We haven't seen any donations in a while. But we have just enough to get the field hockey consolation semifinal last week. And this is going to be the first quarter of the game for the Newport Buffaloes. This is a really good chance for the Buffaloes to get on the board. Newport bench being all fired up. First corner of the game for the Buffaloes. Pass down the middle here for Addison Gear, and Gear gets it in. Fantastic shot from Addison Gear.
Number 22, Addison Gear.
For Addison Gear, that is her 42nd goal of the year. She scored the 1 goal against West Prairie in the Perry County Championship game, and here she makes it 3-1. That was the first shot of the game, too, for the Buffaloes. There it goes in for Addison Gear. What an amazing year Addison Gear has been having as the forward wearing number 22. First corner, first shot. And it goes in for Addison Gear. It makes it 3-1 halfway through the third quarter. In the consolation semifinal against Enfield Cleona, the Newport Buffaloes were tied 2-2 for most of the game until the final minutes, when Addison Gear gave the Buffaloes the game-winning goal. And Jordan Byers trying to get it right back. A deflection down the middle for Emma Stump, and now the Mustangs will have a corner of their own.
West Perry corner.
Albright is going to be bringing in the corner. Most of the West Prairie team is up here on the circle, trying to get this, make this a 3-goal game again. And it's a long shot. Oh, that got blocked hard way there, and it's going to be Newport possession. Hard shot from Jordan Byers. Or Molly Sermon. Okay, Molly Sermon with a hard shot got blocked. And Newport possession, but now Maddie Bell taking it right back, trying to find Emma Stump down the middle. And that ball just goes out of bounds, and Mustangs will howl out to 25. By the way, I forgot to mention during the halftime report that this is potentially our last broadcast of the fall sports season. I say potentially for a couple reasons. It's all because of West Prairie football. Like West Prairie field hockey, they're not going to host a state playoff game, even with a win here today. And Jordan Byers, a long shot, blocked by Shutt, and another corner for the Mustangs. So West Prairie football is at Lancaster Catholic next week, the number 3 versus number 2 seed. If the West Prairie Mustangs win that game on Friday, and then while missing next Saturday, loses to Schuylkill Valley, then the Mustangs will host the District 3 championship game in 2 weeks' time. And another reason, West Prairie football also has the chance of hosting a state playoff game, because the District 3 champion this year gets to host a PIAA state quarterfinal against a District 4 champion. I mean, how awesome would that be if we can get a state game here for football? That would be cool. Even District 3 championship would be cool too. Like, it's not impossible for Schuylkill Valley to beat Wyomissing. I mean, those two teams, they know each other for quite a while, and I mean, and Schuylkill Valley has had Wyomissing's number sometimes. So, I mean, they haven't beat them in who knows how long. But, I mean, it's not impossible. So, you got two teams to root for next week. You got to root for West Prairie, of course, and you got to root for Schuylkill Valley, because we would love to host the District 3 championship game here in 2 weeks. Yeah, long shot for Zimmerman, and batted down by Shutt. And Newport possession. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Can I imagine if that a championship game is in the second half?
Halfway through the third quarter in the Class 1A championship game, it is Ole Valley 2, Susquehanna 1.
Oh, we got a good game at Landis Field right now. In the third quarter right now, the Ole Valley team beating Susquehanna 2-1. So it was 1-0 at halftime. Each team has scored one since in the third quarter. And it's a 2-1 game at Landis Field. Substitution being brought in now for the Mustangs as number 25, Amber Crone, a senior for the Mustangs, coming in. Even though Amber Crone is a senior, she doesn't play a whole lot this season. But she can be effective. And here comes Shay Dyer. Shay Dyer under heavy pressure from Leah Stuck. And Stuck clearing out, but not by much as Autumn Albright hangs on. Even if the Mustangs finish in 5th place, this is going to be a very hard West Prairie team to beat in the state playoffs. And all starts on Tuesday. Here comes a shot. Leah Stuck kicks it out. And Maddie Bell looking for a hat trick perhaps, and that goes in! Shay Dyer. Madison Bell had a corner.
West Prairie goal scored by number 6, Shay Dyer.
Shay Dyer makes it 4-1 with 2:22 to go. If you're Pope John Paul II, you might be very scared right now with the way this West Prairie team is playing. They have gone red hot ever since losing to Susquehanna in the quarterfinals. But really, who says you need to win the district championship to go for a state championship? A great example of that, Newport is about to get a corner here in the final 2 minutes. Great example of that, the 2019 West Prairie softball team. They finished in 3rd place in the District 3 championship. They earned the last spot in the state playoffs. And West Prairie softball dominated all the way to winning the state championship in Class AAA softball back in 2019. Got West Prairie field hockey Mustangs potentially do the same thing. Corner here for the Buffaloes, and that gets out of reach of Leah Stuck, and that will be West Prairie possession as we approach the final minute of the third quarter. The West Prairie Mustangs with a 4-1 lead. And pass down the middle, intercepted by Zimmerman. All here to Emma Stump. Emma Stump going down the sideline looking for Shay Dyer as we are in the final 50 seconds of the third quarter. The Mustangs rolling here. They did not beat one Perry County team, but they are about 15 minutes away from being the other team that they faced in the Perry County Championship. Pass down middle for Maddie Bell. Madison Bell trying to get back to Molly Sermon, taken away by Addison Gear, however. And pass here to Gear. Or see, that's from Gear over to number 25. That's Macon Fultz. As time runs out here in the third quarter, 4-1 lead for the West Perry Mustangs, 15 minutes away from taking fifth place. You are watching the PIAA Field Hockey 1A fifth place game, West Perry versus Newport, exclusively on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be right back. We'll be right back for the start of the fourth and final quarter here at Mustang Stadium. We are back here, 15 minutes to go here at Mustang Stadium. We just got another scoring update in the championship game. Ole Valley now leads 3-1 over Susquehanna in the championship game. And the West Prairie Mustangs are 15 minutes away from setting up a first round state playoff game with Pope John Paul II. And really, for West Prairie Mustangs, I think that'll be a better game for them because even though it's a longer trip compared to Lewisburg, where Newport's probably going to end up going, the Philadelphia area is really not that good in field hockey compared to District 3. So I think West Prairie will have a very easy game in a fairly easy game. I wouldn't say very, but fairly easy game in the first round playoffs. I mean, we take a look at the 2019 softball championship tournament. The first game for West Prairie was down towards Philadelphia against Lansdale Catholic. And that was a 20-0 final. That only lasted 3 innings. I think they scored. I was at that game. I think it was 15-0 after the first inning. And then they just tacked on some more runs and went on to win 20-0. So, I mean, the only good thing for Newport is they have to shorter trip compared to West Perry because Pope John Paul II is just over 2 hours from here. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's something. It might be an easier game for the Mustangs to punch their ticket to the state quarterfinals for the second straight year. But again, this is a West Perry team. Even though they lost to Susquehanna, they're still going to be a very tough team to beat in the state playoffs. I think, fortunately, if Ole Valley holds up against Susquehanna, Ole Valley's got to be on the other side of the bracket. Just 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. 2 goals for Madison Bell, 1 goal for Jordan Byers in the first half, and then Shay Dyer make it 4-1. The 1 goal for Newport scored by Allison Gear. And as your scoring summary through the first 3 quarters, the Mustangs dominated to a 6-1 win against Newport in the Perry County Championship game earlier at the very beginning of the season, in fact. These 2 teams met in the 3rd place game in District 3 last year here at Mustang Stadium. And it was a much closer game than it is right now. That was a 2-1 win for the Mustangs and going for 3rd place a year ago against the Newport Buffaloes. That's how you know that West Perry has definitely gotten better as time ran on. I mean, yeah, Susquehanna got way better too. But West Perry Mustangs a little bit more lopsided over Newport compared to last year. Here's a long pass down the middle for Emma Stump, and that's going to be another corner coming up for the Mustangs.
West Perry corner.
At least Newport has some shots here today compared to Eastern Lebanon County in the consolation semifinals this past week, as the Raiders did not have a single shot against the Mustangs in that 3-0 win for the Mustangs. Now another corner here. West Perry had 17 corners in the semifinal against Eastern Lebanon County. Here's Jordan Byers. Byers' shot just goes wide, and it will be Newport ball. Once again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics. Some of our West Perry teams in the District 3 playoffs, both boys and girls soccer made to District 3 playoffs, and both suffering a tough loss. 1-0 for girls soccer against East Pennsboro. And then West Perry boys soccer in the District 3 quarterfinal had a 1-0 loss in overtime against the Trinity Shamrocks. West Perry girls volleyball only getting 1 win this year. That was against East Juniano. And now here comes a long pass and a shot. That will go in. Good defensive effort. That is McKenna Buffington, wearing number 23. And Buffington makes it a 2-goal game.
Number 23, McKenna Buffington.
So McKenna Buffington makes it 4-2 now. A little bit of a high-scoring game here for going for 5th place. Again, this is all about positioning, but I think the winner of this game has the better deal going up against Pope John Paul II out of Philadelphia. But the loser has the closer trip, too, so we'll see. Albright now. Albright looking to get the ball right back, and that gets blocked, and it'll be Newport ball. And a high pass, and a West Perry ball. Jordan Byers making quick work. Jordan Byers going to look for a long shot, deflected, and this will not count. It'll be Newport possession, foul on the Mustangs. I think it went off Lauren Foster's arm that time. Which will say you can go up a little higher than that, and here we go with Newport Buffaloes. A little further, I should say. And here's Gear. Gear looking for quick work. Pass it back to Alan Smith. And Molly Zimmerman pass it to Leah Stuck. Newport trying to make a game out of this. It's a 2-goal game, and the Buffaloes are storming back. They only had 2 shots in this game, and they were good for 2 goals. That was a good looking run for Corey May Riesinger. Yeah, long ball about to be taken by Delaney Green. Green having trouble and goes right through Lauren Foster. And here comes Smith. Pass intercepted by Faith Liffelsberger. It's funny, last night we had Permian Springs here, and the head coach's last name was Liffelsberger. I wonder if there's any relations there. Being the Permian Springs head coach and Newport's Faith Liffelsberger. And Newport possession. Maddie Bell cannot get away from Addison Gear. As we are over halfway through the 4th quarter, Newport is not out of this yet, but West Perry trying to make this a 3-goal game again. Jordan Byers has got to pass it back and intercepted easily. Intercepted by number 23. That is... Oh, that's McKenna Buffington. And trouble here off the middle. And this will just roll out of bounds for West Perry possession. Next broadcast for me will be on Wednesday. I'll be at Newport High School for the 2023 Perry County Competitive Spirit Competition. All 4 cheerleading squads in Perry County competing against each other for the Perry County Championship at Newport High School. And you can catch that broadcast live on Facebook.com/Perry County Talk Sports Zone. And that ball tipped, almost taken away, and is taken away now by Molly Zimmerman. And Zimmerman will get the call. Fouled on Riesinger. And long pass here to Lauren Foster. Foster looking for a cross. Got deflected there a little bit. Finds Shay Dyer up the middle. And Dyer's shot gets taken away and blocked, intercepted. Good defensive work here for the Mustangs. Lauren Foster looking for another cross. Just as good defense for the Buffaloes. And this pass intercepted by Autumn Albright. Albright look down the sideline and nope, gets blocked by Liffelsberger. Here come the Buffaloes, and a hard block there for Autumn Albright. Long pass, that's got to go past everybody for Newport possession. 4.5 minutes to go here at Mustang Stadium. Potentially the last event here at Mustang Stadium this season. Like in the PIAA playoffs, the first round is hosted by a district champion or a district runner-up like Susquehanna is going to have on Tuesday. But then after that, it's all neutral site all the way to the state championship game, which will be at Cumberland Valley High School. Last year, it was the first time that Cumberland Valley hosted the field hockey state championships, and 5 of the 6 teams in those championship games were all from District 3. Shot for Jordan Byers, good shot. Good block by Shutt. Nice save. And it will be Newport possession. Less than 4 minutes to go. The Buffaloes need to do everything they can. And Newport's going to take a timeout. 3:36 to go, and we'll be right back in a minute after this Newport timeout. You are watching the PIAA District 3 1A Field Hockey 5th place game, West Prairie versus Newport, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this Newport timeout. We are back here after the Newport timeout. Only 5 still leading Susquehanna in a 1A championship, District 3 championship game. Later today in Class 2A, you got the number 1 seed Palmyra taking on Northern. That'll be a good game in 2A. And then AAA, 1 versus 2. Manheim Township versus Lower Dolphin. That'll be a big game in AAA later today at Landis Field. All 3 championship games. And now here's Lauren Foster, and a foul called. Deflected off at Delaney Green. 3 minutes to go here. Buffalo's trying to do everything they can to get back into this game. Down by 2. This will be West Prairie possession at the 25-yard line. Looking for a ball. One came in from each end. West Prairie taking her time, 2.5 minutes. Molly Sermon going down the middle for Shay Dyer, and Shay Dyer's pass intercepted, but that will be a foul and a corner for the Mustangs. Looked like Lillian Plank had an opportunity. But now another corner, and what Mustangs are going to take their sweet time on this corner. Heading into the final 2 minutes of the game here at Mustang Stadium. There comes a shot for Byers, gets blocked. And taken back. Albright going down the middle, and this will get past everybody. Newport possession. Caught up in 1 minute and 35 seconds. We'll have our West Prairie Athletic Department post-game report. Final scoring summary, our West Prairie player of the game. And what's next for both teams. And what's next for West Prairie Broadcasting. As we know of right now. All that coming up on the West Prairie Athletic Department post-game report. It's 2-on-2 here. Leah Stuck over Jordan Byers. Byers wins the battle. A long shot, wide open net, and a hard block. Lauren Foster went down hard, and no foul is called. It is Newport possession. Lauren Foster, the senior, had a wide open net, and her shot just goes off the side of the box. As we are in the final minute. Here comes the shot for Maddie Bell, and there's the hat trick. Madison Bell with her 3rd goal.
West Prairie goal scored by number 3, Maddie Bell.
What a game for the freshman, Madison Bell, with 39 seconds to go, and that will ice it here. 5 goals for the Mustangs to clinch 5th place. 39 seconds. You need to go every 10 seconds now. Yeah, pretty much. Mustangs potentially looking for one more. As Lauren Foster is going to look for a cross down the middle, looking for Shay Dyer. As we're down to the final 10 seconds, foul on the Mustangs. I don't think it's really going to matter that much. As Molly Sierman intercepts it. And the West Prairie Mustangs, they were so close to winning a district championship, upset by Susquehanna, but they settle for 5th, heading into the state championships.
The West Prairie Mustangs 5, the Newport Buffaloes 2.
The West Prairie Mustangs
West Prairie and Newport
move on,
begin the state championship
as well as
tournament on
Newport.
Tuesday. West Prairie will enter as the 5th place team out of District 3. Newport will enter as the 6th place team out of District 3.
So the West Prairie Mustangs will move on to the PIAA state championships with 20 wins and 2 losses. And the West Prairie Mustangs now set up a first round matchup in the state playoffs against the District 1 champion Pope John Paul II. And the Newport Buffaloes will have a little bit of a closer trip, as the Newport Buffaloes finishing in 6th place will move on to the state championships against the District 4 champion Lewisburg. That ought to be a good game. That might be up at Bucknell University, where they play the state championship sometimes. But that would do for us here in Mustang Stadium. Our West Prairie Athletic Department player of the game, the freshman, Madison Bell. 3 goals for her. Her first hat trick of her high school career. And she gets 3 goals out of 5 with a 5-2 victory against Newport. The West Prairie Mustangs improved to 20-2 overall, while Newport finishes the District 3 playoffs 16 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw. Newport will be at Lewisburg on Tuesday, while the Mustangs will be at Pope John Paul II on Tuesday in the first round of the state playoffs. That is going to do for us here at Mustang Stadium. On behalf of our athletic director, Ryan Anderson, our public address announcer, Brent Anderson, our high school principal, Christopher Casian, and our superintendent, Jeff Coons, and all of us here at West Prairie High School, I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics, saying so long from Mustang Stadium. This has been a presentation of West Prairie Field Hockey, the PIAA District 3 1A Field Hockey 5th place game, West Prairie versus Newport, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. Your final score on this one, the Mustangs win 5th place, 5-2. Good night, everybody.